let's start with the first question. Madhav, how is the lockdown treating you? What have you been doing with all the time that you have saved so far by not commuting to office and everything? So, how are things during lockdown for you?
I think I'm more of a guy who is more into action. So, we love planning things.
Hmm.
And the only pain point is that, what we miss out is the action on the planning. So I
Correct.
think we catch up on a lot of things. We try to catch up on my personal things, which are my own personal favorites. Like I used to play guitar before. Like I used to read a lot of books before. So I think I've caught up on all that things. But at the same time, yes, I got enough of time to look back on what has happened over a period of last 2 years of my journey with Realme and where I
Correct.
can improve further. So I think it was a nice break for me, and it will give me a chance to find out that what exactly I need to course correct.
Right. So you said two of your favorite things are to play the guitar and read books, and you're getting a lot of time to do that right now.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite artist, Madhav, when it comes to
Artist, I
playing the
would
guitar?
say, okay, if you see on the music side, my artist is Bryan Adams. I really like him, and I
Did you
like.
catch him live when he performed in Gurgaon?
I
Oh,
didn't. I wasn't able to make it down, but
okay.
I'm not so much frenzy about it. But yes, I like his songs, and I think it's more natural. So I think I do like his songs.
Right. You also said you stood back a little and reflected upon your 2 years with Realme. And what's your takeaway from there? With so much time, you must have had some epiphanies, some thoughts around your journey. If you like to share that with us, that would be really good.
I think as such, I think it's the right time for everyone to go back and look back on all your steps what you have taken,
True.
and see what we can do it better. I think that's what I have also looked into it. Right? So there's nothing as such that basically in 2 years of journey would I have been able to complete this same journey within 1.5 year. If I sit down and see now, I think I would have if I would have planned a little bit more better. That's what I would
Right.
say.
Right. So the lockdown is becoming a little problematic for non-essential goods, right? Brands that produce non-essential goods, and unfortunately, smartphones and other electronic appliances and items are also part of non-essential goods. So, what's your forecast on Realme after the lockdown is lifted, and are things going to remain the same? What's the way forward?
See, there are two things where I like to, answer your question with is first of all, the physical health is equally important as much as the financial health of the country is.
Correct.
So, at this particular point of time, I can understand the priority of the government being the physical health, which as a citizen we should everyone try to support as much as we can. I think for the first time sitting at home, we are trying to support the government. So I think it's a thing which we should do it. But at the same time, I believe the financial health of the country is also equally important, and it has been impacting quite a lot right now. And yes, I think there's a lot of disruptions in our plants up till now. Supply chain has completely been disrupted. We have been
Yeah.
got the GST hikes, and memory prices have increased. And apart from that, basically we see a lot of other impacts from like dollar appreciations and
Correct. Correct.
everything.
So,
We've seen a
is
lot
it
of.
is it safe to say that this is going to be a bad year for smartphones?
Not really, because basically now smartphones have become more of a utility item rather than the lifestyle item. There are
True.
people who utilize as a lifestyle, but I would say more often right now is a much needed thing for the social distancing.
Correct. Correct.
And it's not only for basically for your entertainment. Now the movie screens are going to be out for a few months. You need your entertainment on your mobile. You have a content on your mobile. You
Right.
need your entertainment, your fintech, your edutech. Everything is on mobile right now. I can see in 90% of the schools going on mobiles and trying to teach them and continue teaching them. I think they have done a fantastic job, and their financial sector is on mobile right now. So I think it is one of the most common utility medium right now to connect all
Correct.
this. So it is one and hence I believe it is one of the most of the essential items. But we'll always follow whatever the government guidelines are. And I think today they have already released a new guideline for opening up all the shops
Yes.
in all
Yes.
safe zones. I think it's a nice
Yeah.
initiative to recover the economy. I would say that.
Right. Right. And you also have the Narzo series that is coming up. It has been on the cards for quite some time now, and because of unforeseen circumstances, it has been pushed back a couple of times. So, do we have a new date yet? Because I noticed in your tweet where you left, I think you mentioned you left a message where you said, "May the force of Narzo be with you," which kind of seems very similar to "May the Fourth be with you," indicating May 4th. So I'm just speculating completely wildly here. So you could probably help me out.
For us, it's like Narzo, we wanted to launch on 21st of April. Unfortunately, for unforeseen circumstances, we had to delay the launch. And yes, we are expecting that if 3rd of the May, if the ban picks up, if the lockdown picks
Right.
up, then we can plan somewhere in the near future for the launch of the Narzo. But no dates yet finalized because we are waiting for the staggered exit plan from the government. Once we know now the confirmed staggered exit plan from the government, we can plan our launches accordingly.
But what led you to rush with the launch the day after it was announced that probably non-essential services will be getting delivered out even before the lockdown lift. So was there a reason why you guys rushed with the
Nothing.
announcement and
Uh,
then had to take it back?
There's nothing about the rush. I think it's all about that basically we know now very well that as a company, out of 300, 365 days, now we have to complete and achieve whatever we wanted to achieve as a dream or aspire to dream in within that 310 and 320 days now. That's what we
Correct,
have
correct.
to do. So
So your
plus
time frame becomes much smaller.
much smaller. So in that time frame, we are trying to achieve as much as we can. And I do not want to curtail any of my plans, whatever I planned in 2020 beginning, until unless it is something which is really forcing me to do so. But I really want to continue with the same plans, maybe number of offline expansions, promoters, and online excessive plans for Narzos and everything. So that is what we wanted to continue with it, and we have multiple other launches lined up after that. So basically the point is that I didn't wanted to delay any of the things, and I think after 35, 40 days of lockdown, I thought that people's sentiments would be good enough for after reading more of C19, they would
Yes.
they
A
need a
new
much
smartphone
needed
might
break.
help, yeah.
Yeah, they need a much needed break to
Correct.
explore the technology out of it, right? So that was the reason
Correct.
we wanted to launch Narzo.
Uh, Going in line with what you said right now, that your 2020 plans are still very much in place. You are also planning on some big expansion into lifestyle products like a TV for that matter, or a new pair of or a fitness band, and we also have a smartwatch that you're teasing.
Mhm.
So what's going to happen to all of them? Are they going to be pushed to 2021, where it's much more safer to, you know, take it
So
to the market, or are you going to risk it out in 2020?
So let me take it very clear and straight. If I say straight to the point, there are two things. What you said. One is our dream or to aspire to dream of becoming an IoT, a tech lifestyle brand this year or tech trendsetter brand for this year. It is still there. So none of our plans have been delayed for the launching of any of the IoT products. We are still going to launch in same 2020. We are not anything postponed up to 2021 up till now, right? So one of them is TV. Yes, TV is on the cards, and I think we'll be launching it soon, very soon. That's what it
Right,
is.
right. So, Madhav, a lot of analysts are also predicting that the lockdown will be followed by a severe slowdown in the economy, and
Mm,
a demand for luxury items will be much lesser. So, do
mm.
you see yourself reshuffling your plans to focus more on entry level and mid range smartphones instead of the high enders that Realme has been pushing out recently?
I'll tell you one thing. Yes, more or less what the analyst saying is true. That yes, as I started my conversations with that, basically the people will consider now it more as an utility. So now the
Right.
people will consider mobile for money. What as a brand we are offering in that particular price point, maybe a 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, whatever the price point the customer is comfortable with it. What are we trying to give them the value proposition along with the specs, and is their day-to-day need will suffice with that particular proposition? That's what they want to look forward to it.
Right.
So going forward, I believe this is the new mantra and maybe the new normal thing that the specs would lead the mindsets of the users to for their buying pattern. They would
So
not
it's
be
it's
pushed.
more spec heavy than the design that might be
Design
given
is
more
always
importance, right?
design is always going to be
Specs
there.
over design.
Yeah, I would say it is going to be more specs and more utility driven rather than more lifestyle driven.
But do you
The,
also see a drop in average selling price, because that did like get a gain in 2019, where there was a slight rise in the amount of money on average people would be paying for a smartphone. So with an upcoming slowdown, do you think that's going to take like two steps backward again?
Not really, but I think the people there are two possibilities which can happen. One, A, people can postpone their purchases, which is a scenario which is which is tomorrow. So people can say that okay, whatever the device I'm carrying right now is good enough for till tomorrow. That tomorrow
Right.
can be 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months. But
Right.
that is one thing which is going to happen. So people may delay their purchase. Secondly, the people who wants to buy, who really is a tech lover and wants to buy really for the need or for utility, they will be more towards value for money. And I still believe that the ASP in India will still remain around 10,000 and 11,000 in between that. I still,
Right.
yeah, because I think that's where the industry lies here.
You also command a big customer base for Realme smartphones, and not just smartphones, a lot of other accessories and utilities as well. And now I understand that you have extended the warranties to at least May 31st for all your devices. But what if somebody's smartphone just breaks down in the middle of the lockdown? How is he gonna get some help from you guys to get it up and running? Because a smartphone, like you said, is really essential during lockdown, right?
Yeah, I think that is what we are trying to push government through the lot of organizations that basically allow service centers to operate. The reason is only because this being a technology, there are a lot of repairs and maintenance required for it. And
Right.
in this time, I think if even if the government has a stricter SOPs to follow, I think, but that is something what has to be a need of the most essential items. We have even seen in the countries which have been badly or severely affected in Europe, they have put mobile as a list of an essential items. The reason because they know that connectivity at this point of time is going to be one of the most essential thing. And if there's any repair that needs to be repaired because people may not buy a new device, but they need to repair and they reuse it. Maybe the SOPs can be stricter. That's the only way we can manage it. Right?
Right, right. Also, with the lockdown probably getting lifted on May 3rd, the danger might not be over, right, by now. So, are there any steps that you guys are going to take to ensure the safety of your employees when you eventually open up? Has there been any talks or plans so far about it?
No, like what I said, we do not have any staggered exit plan till now from the government, and we are still waiting to hear from it. So unless we do not have that, we won't be able to have any affirmative plans from our side. In the meantime, talking about the safety, I think we'll all follow all the SOPs, whatever the government tells us to follow, and definitely maybe more than that because basically we want to ensure that because we believe right now uh, the team is going to be the core importance right now because people will travel back to their hometown to
Correct.
bring back again is going to be another task of around 30 to 45 days. So actually we have lost almost a quarter in this year.
And you also have a big workforce working in your factories, so you also have to ensure their safety as well while they're manufacturing your devices, right? So all those things need to be taken care of, I believe. Right. So another interesting fork happened for Realme this year. You guys moved into fintech with the Realme Paisa app. Has that app seen some increased usage during lockdown? Because I there's a lot of word that a lot of people may need a lot of credit, and Realme Paisa seems to be like a good intermediary in between to help you get some emergency credit if you need so. So has there been some uptick in Realme Paisa's usage?
I think Realme Paisa was in a beta stage and we are trying to, forcing into making it in a final version. So I
Right.
think for the direction into it and we have a much bigger plans for Realme Paisa going forward, which you will also hear in the month of May and June. So I think yes, there's a lot of things which are coming forward, but right now, as it was in the beta stage, we are not forcing too much. We're just trying to analyze the customer journey and ensuring that basically the user experience has not been compromised.
Correct. Also, you're a pretty big company. Realme is one of the biggest companies in India right now. So, are you guys doing anything to help out the government to flatten the curve?
See,
If you would like to talk about it, that is.
I'll tell you one thing because basically I believe one of the most important thing what we are trying to help the government is by sitting entire 10,000 workforce sitting at home. I think that's
Yes.
the biggest thing what we are trying.
Nobody thought saving the world by sitting at home would be like a possibility.
Yeah. I think that is something is a moral and social responsibility right now to
Yeah.
help it. Secondly, we are trying to help people around us and trying to educate them that don't believe in any fake news. And that's what I've told every of my team member that please kindly educate 10 people around you that don't believe in fake news. Go with Arogya Setu type of apps where you get a real first-hand information or from a WHO where you can, clear all your myths. There are a
Right.
lot of myths around C-19 situation that you can get through this, you get a virus, and there are multiple myths. I think
Right.
You always need to follow. You do not need to follow the fake news. You just need to follow the official apps from the government or from the WHO, where you can get the free first-hand information. So this is something what we are trying to do. At the same time, yes, we are trying to do a lot of things from the CSR side also. Basically, I believe this is social responsibility because which is not for PR. Hence, I do not like to speak too much on it
Right.
because what we believe is CSR is not for PR. And yes, but we keep on doing. We were a part of feeding the young, feeding the hunger, and we were feeding around 25,000 people for at least more than 2 weeks.
That's marvelous.
Yeah, so we did continuously because we see a lot of workforce going to their hometown and they were strangled in the middle of the road somewhere. So along with the association, we did the Feed India Association. We feeded about 25,000 people for 2 weeks. There are many other small initiatives we have taken as per whatever we currently are right now. We have done that a bit for our society.
Right. Right. Madhav, I understand it's lunchtime for you, and I'm
Well,
here. My last question right now for you, right? So you lead one of the largest technology brands, right? And I'm sure you believe in the power of technology. So do you think that technology can help somewhat flattening the curve, or in what way, if at all, it can help?
I think it is the most important thing I've seen other countries using technology to flatten the curve.
Right.
I think
Some
technology.
examples, if you can.
Like if I see the country which I come out right now, even if I China, if I see, they've used technology wonderfully
Right.
just to flatten down the curve. They
Correct.
have blocked borders, they have tracked the number plates, they've gone to the home tracking the number plates, they have gone to the extent of using IT to that extent that basically they can track every single person. Where have been they been? What was their journey? So I think I using this technology is one of the key aspects at this particular point of time. It can help a lot. So I think technology definitely is one of the most important aspects, and I think government should be able to help us and use the the usage of technology in a very good way. I think that will really help to flatten down the curve. I'm sure. And
Right.
I think
Right.
Arogya Setu is one of and I believe that Arogya Setu is one of the way where people are getting a lot of education. But I think the scope of Arogya Setu should be increased in the near future, not only up to C19, but it should be increased to the more better prospects where people can get located by themselves and they can at least track what's happening nearby them. I think that's
But then
something what I really
one
do.
thing that comes up when you look at these contact tracing apps is an invasion of privacy. Do you think during these times privacy should take like a back seat, and government should be able to surveil on people to help them? It's a sort of helping them at the end of the day, right? By asking them to stay at home and mandating it to stay at home by constantly surveilling them.
If it's an official app from the government and it's responsibility for the brand also that basically we always authorize apps which are already official and also the Play stores wherever they
Right.
will upload it. I think we all track that particular thing, so I do not see that our privacy has taken any backseat. But I think it's at the same time, if there are any apps which are official and I think like Arogya Setu or anything, I do not think that there's any privacy security or any privacy concern over there. That's what I can really say that.
Right, right. So yeah, that's all the questions that I had for you, and thanks a lot for coming on this webcam interview of sorts. It's tried untested times for us, and we're all trying out new ways and means to connect with the industry of sorts. And it was great having you here, Madhav. And I hope that we meet again someday in another offline launch.
I would
And yeah,
honestly speaking, I miss the offline launches where I can meet you guys. The most important reason why I miss that is because basically I can hear the reviews of the product
right.
just recently launched from you, and also the fans are there, so I can hear from their views. What are the user views? What are the media views? I think these are the critical things which I miss when
Yeah.
I'm doing offline launch.
But then yes, let's hope things go back to normal again, and let's connect after it does. Thank you, Madhav.
Stay home, stay safe. Bye.
Stay safe. Stay safe.